Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got three little fun call to action button animations for you today. The first one here, if we hover over it, it's going to shake. It's going left and right there. And it's going to do it just a couple of times. Next one here, it's going to bounce. And again, it's just going to bounce 3 times there. And the last one here, if we hover over it, it's going to spin round and round. Really easy to do. I've pre-written a bit of CSS code for this today, so there's no need for any coding for you. You can just copy and paste if you need to. I'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay, let's enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's roll down to where we want to work. I'll start again from scratch. Let's add a new little section here. I'll make it a regular section. Inside, I'll put a little row with 3 columns. And I'm going to use call to action module for this today. You can apply this to pretty much any module, but we're actually targeting the link within the module. So it's best to use it on something with a button or that has a link, because that's the bit that's going to animate. Okay, just a regular blur module with a title and some text. Obviously, you can edit that there, the title. You can put what your button wants to say right there. You don't see one at the moment. That won't appear till we put a link in. And obviously put your content in here. If I go down below in the link, you can link the button to somewhere. Just put your URL in there, and that's what we're going to be affecting today. Not going to put a link in the actual whole module itself, just in the button. And as you may have noticed, as soon as I put that link in, that button appeared. Okay, let's just change up the color of that background, and just so we can differentiate from the one above, let's make it a light gray. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to save that. I'm going to copy this now, or duplicate it, 2 little squares right there. 1, 2. Grab the little handle, and I'm going to move one across over here. Doesn't matter which one, they're all exactly the same. And another one into the middle there. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to leave that right there. We've got 3 little call to actions. I'm going to go to my theme customizer. For anybody that doesn't know, go down to your dashboard. Go down to appearance and customize. That's going to take us to this page, actually this page right here, and we're going to be using the additional CSS panel at the bottom. Now here's all the code that I've pre-written, and I'll roll through it and show you what's what. And it's 3 little text animations, so you can just copy and paste this into your additional CSS, or just copy the one that you happen to want to use, however you want to use it. So this first one, if we take a look at that, I'm calling it shakep, and it's only going to affect the A, or the anchor tag, when we hover over it. And I've made an animation which is 1 second. If I roll this up, it's going to take 1 second to roll through that animation. Here's the actual animation, and I've split our 1 second up into 8 parts here. And I've got it going from right to left, +5, -5, to 0, +3, -3, 3, and 0. And that's this first effect here. And all you need to do to apply it to the button in your call to action module is copy this class name right here, shakep. Don't copy the dot, just the SHAKEP. Control C to copy. Then we can go back to our page. And all I need to do is go into this module, over to the advanced, IDs and classes. Make sure you put it in class, don't put it in ID, it won't work. Once it's in there, as you can see, our little button's going to start to shake. How easy was that? Great, well, let's save that one, and we'll move on to the next one. If I roll this down a little bit, we've got our next one, and that's a little bounce effect. And again, I've used keyframes. I've called it bounce set. Let's just copy that class name. That's all we need to do to to put in the next one. And again, it's only going to happen on hover. Animation is 0.5 seconds. And I've just got it scaling for this particular one. Starting off normal, it's getting 20% bigger, 1.2. Then going back to normal over our half-second period. As you can see when I hover over it, it does that. And that's quite a nice little effect. If you want to slow it down or speed it up, just change your half-second to a higher or lower value. That's 0.5 seconds. Let's make it 1 whole second. Now when I do it, it's going to take a second to do that thing. But I'm happy with mine to be 0.5. So again, I'm just going to leave it on 0.5. Great. So there's our second one. We've already copied this class name. So let's go back. We'll go into our second module this time. And you guessed it, yep, over to the advanced CSS IDs and classes. In the class, we need to put that particular CSS class name. We'll save that. Now this one is going to do our little bounce effect. And for our little third one, I've called it RoteX or RotateX. You can make your CSS names anything you want. I tend to make mine something that's going to mean something to me, and RotateX or RoteX means it's rotating around the X axis. So we've got RoteX. It's working on the button. Could actually put an A tag in there. It would work exactly the same. And it's going to spin it around a couple of times just like that. So it's starting off 0% of our 1 second. Again, if you want to slow it down, speed it up, just change the value up here. It's starting off, it's going to flip it 360 and it's going to come back to 0. Then it's going to flip it 360 again. So if I demonstrate again, if we roll over here, it's flipping it twice basically. One thing I will mention with the last one, I actually gave it an iteration count of 3, so it'll stop after 3. You can make these things infinite. For instance, if I put infinite after our 1 second, it'll just keep going and going. But I'm happy for it to stop after the single animation there. Great. So once you've got this in your customizer, before this is going to work on your front end, you've got to make sure you publish the code. Let's get this class name, because we need to put it into our other little call to action over there. Publish the code. We'll go back to our page. We'll go to our third one now, because we've not got an animation in our third one. Advanced Custom CSS ID and Classes in the class name. And there it is. As soon as I do that, it should actually start working. Yep. Great. Well, let's save our page changes. And we'll exit the Visual Builder. Make sure everything's going to work on the front end. Roll on down. There's our originals. We know those work. Here's our new ones, the lighter grey ones. Here's our first little animation, a little shake. Here's our second one, little bounce effect. And here's our third one, a little spin right there. Really nice little effects, really easy to do. Like I say, once you've got that code pasted, you just need to put the class names into whatever module you'd like to apply them to. So there you go, guys. There's 3 little button animations for you, for your little call to action modules. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video and I'll do my best to answer them or make a demo video for you. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.